Okay, part C. So it says find the ratio of the initial kinetic energy of the bullet and the kinetic energy of the bullet block system. Okay, so for this one, I want to find the ratio. Okay, so I want the KEI to the KEF. Okay. And so another way to write this would be KEI divided by KEF. Okay. That's the ratio that I'm interested in. Okay. So this will just equal 1/2 m. Now this is going to be my v naught, right? That's my initial velocity of the entire problem. Okay. Let me just go ahead and mark that off. Okay, so I have 1/2 mv naught squared over 1/2. Now my final, I'm going to have m plus m, and then it will be vf squared. Okay. So let's go ahead and plug in with what we know. So 1/2, I know my m is just my little m, and then my v naught is going to be this whole section here that we have. Okay. So this whole stuff right there, all that stuff. Okay. But let me go ahead and write that down. So I have x, oops, let me go ahead and undo that, undo. So I have x, m plus m over m root g over 2h, okay, and that will all be squared, okay? And then on the bottom here, I'm also going to have a 1/2. This is going to be an m plus m, okay? And then I will have vf squared. Now let's go ahead and scroll up and see what our vf was, right? So our vf here was this stuff right there, okay? So I have x root g over 2h. Let me go ahead and put brackets around this and square, okay? Now you notice that these parts here, we have the exact same thing on the top and the bottom, and they're both squared, so I can go ahead and cancel those out, okay? You'll notice that this x here is also squared on both sides, so I can go ahead and cancel that out, okay? You'll also notice that I have a 1/2 on the top and the bottom, so that goes away, okay? And let's go ahead and write what we know so far. So I have lowercase m, and then I have m plus m over uppercase m, okay? This is all squared, and then it is divided by, the only thing I have left on the bottom is this right here. So I'm actually going to, instead of dividing by that, I'm going to actually multiply by the reciprocal. So it'll just be m plus m. And so you'll notice that one of these will cancel out with one of those. Okay, so if I square this, and then I'll get rid of that square. Okay, and so one of those will cancel out with one of these. Okay, and so then you'll also see that this is actually, this m right here is actually a lowercase m. Okay, remember that's coming from here, so that's actually a lowercase m. So I didn't do a very good job of writing that, but that's a lowercase m. And so you have a lowercase m squared and this uppercase m here. And so the only thing we are left with is m plus capital M divided by lowercase m. Okay? And so that would be our final answer for part C. Whoops. Go ahead and undo that. Highlight it. Okay? So it simplifies out significantly, and so I just have lowercase m plus capital M divided by lowercase m. Okay?